guys, it's Tam. Welcome back to my channel. Today you're going to see me do some glue booking. If you've been around my channel for a while, you saw that this book in particular I actually started earlier this year. And so I just got a book from the Dollar Tree and I just glue book in it just like you would, anything else. So that is what you are going to see today. So I found a folder in my transition from one craft space to another. I found a folder full of bits and pieces that I labeled for glue booking. So I looked through it and I decided to use some of the things that were in that folder instead of cutting images out of a new magazine. And so everything that you see here is stuff that I've already harvested, so you're not going to see that here in this video, which I think I usually do. I just cut out images as I get ready to glue book, but in this case I already had a folder full of stuff that I had already set aside to use. So I'm going to be glue booking in this book, and like I said, it's just a book that I got from the Dollar Tree for $1, and I just glue stuff down in it. So I've only used it the one other time that you guys saw here on my channel, and so I did, I believe, 3 pages then, and I'm also going to do 3 pages this time as well. So I'm starting with the first page here, and I'm just creating my background, putting down different bits and pieces. And in this process on today, the only adhesive that I'm using is just some regular Elmer's school glue. So I just didn't feel like doing the glue stick thing, which basically I was just not in the mood to use glue stick. It's just I thought about it and I was like, I just don't want to worry with the glue stick today, so I'll just use something that I can just squirt out of this little bottle and don't have to worry about getting glue all over everything and getting my hands sticky and whatnot. I did end up getting glue on my hands. I think it's inevitable when you're doing glue book projects, but it wasn't like it would have been if I'd used my glue stick. It just seems to have been not my thing today, so I decided to just use the regular Elmer's glue. And so the first page, again, like I said, I'm just pulling from some images that I'd already cut out. This one that you see me gluing down right now, I know that that is from a Daphne's Diary. I don't know exactly which Daphne's Diary I got that from, but I can tell. Most of the images are going to be matte, and so I know those type of images in particular when I see them, especially if it's from a Daphne's Diary magazine or a Flow magazine. So that's what I'm doing to put this page together. Now I found this little dress, which also came from another magazine. It was not from a Daphne's Diary magazine. It was actually, I believe, from an Essence, maybe. I think I got it from an Essence magazine, but nevertheless, it is a glossy page. I just love that dress. It has like some purple flowers, a floral print. The flowers look purple to me, and the base color is like a yellowish color, and so I wanted to use that dress. And these little bits and pieces that you see me also cutting out, I got from a Daphne's Diary as well. That little quote or saying that I'm trying to show you is a I think it said something about it wouldn't focus, but I think it said something about I love what you have done with the place, or what you have done is amazing, or something like that. So I'm just, cutting down things to fit, on the page. And I've always said that this type of project is honestly based on preference. There is no right or wrong way to do glue book, and I think some people call it, art journaling, or, whatever. I'm not going to get caught up on the title of it. I just find that it is a great stress reliever for me, and it allows me to just, get that creative itch out, and at the same time just create, something that is pleasing to my eye. And I don't have to have a whole lot of different tools and things like that. Just, one magazine is more than enough. I would suggest that it be a magazine that you like, but one magazine is more than enough, and you just go through it and cut out different images that are pleasing to you, and just find, whether it's a folder, a composition book, or whatnot, just find something to glue the things that you like down in. And I find it very relaxing, very therapeutic. So this page, the primary color for this page, as you can see, is purple. And so like the dress that you saw me cut out has some purple in it, and all these little bits and pieces that I'm also using have purple, hints of purple in them, except for that greenish color. But nevertheless, purple is like the majority of what the color that this page makes up. And I thought everything came out really cute. I loved the final end result of this page. And so, for whatever reason, my phone has started ringing just as I began to record this voiceover. And so nobody was calling me prior to that. But I like to do complete coverage in this particular glue book. The last couple of times I've worked in it so far, I just like to cover the entire page. I think the most appealing part of this particular glue book for me is the fact that it is my perfect size, which, if you do planning or journaling in just regular journals or notebooks, it would be along the lines of a A5, and so somewhere around 5x8. And so I love this size, and that I think is the most appealing part of this particular journal for me. I do have bigger glue books, but this one in particular, I'm just trying to break it in, and I'm just loving the process so far. And I just love the size of it, the fact that it can fit in my hand and it still gives me that book feel. I think that's just, appealing to me. So it's like sitting down reading a book, but not. And so I like to put titles on my pages. I think, a lot of you guys know that already. But for this one, I've also found another envelope in that same envelope inside of an envelope of these images and things that I found. I had like another little folder inside a folder that had just words on them. So it's like some titles or words that I'm, thinking about using, whether it be in this glue book project or any other project and so I like to put titles down on my pages. And so I had a bag full of, or a folder full of words. So for this page, the title that I'm going to put down is Walk on the Wild Side. And it's not literal. It's not literal by any stretch of the imagination. I just put it down because I liked the size of it, and I liked that the back of it was kind of like a wooded area. I'm sorry if y'all can hear that. That's my toddler. But I also cut these little stack of suitcases out as well, and I'm going to put that down on the page because I thought it went perfectly with the dress that I have at the top on the right. And so the dress and the suitcase kind of sort of matched, and I wanted to just pull that color down at the bottom of the page. So I didn't have any issues with using this Elmer's glue. Everything stuck down just fine. The problem with wet glue is, I think as most of us know, is that it wrinkles and it buckles the page. But if you close this book, everything is going to flatten out. So now I'm starting on my second page, and on this page I'm just showing you guys, like I did in the first process, just showing you some of the elements that I am going to use to put this page together. So I try to pull way more than I need, and that way I'm not left trying to search for that one little piece. And so for all of these processes, I had scraps left over. Some of them I saved and some of them I just trashed, because even though it's our desire to hold on to every single solitary piece of paper, we just don't have the space. So eventually we have to get rid of something, right? So this one that I'm putting down now is a image that I got out of a Birds magazine. I think you guys have seen me use that one before as well. And so it just has like a little bumblebee, which is eventually going to get covered up, but the bee is pollinating on a flower. So, and the color, the primary color for this page is going to be orange. So I found that in a lot of the images that I had harvested were color coordinated, which is right up my alley. So I understand exactly why I did that. Like, had stacks of images that were all in the same color family. And so and for me, I know some people, you know, have to glue book a certain way in terms of all food images or all people images or all animal images. I don't harvest things. First of all, I don't harvest in general. I just happen to have found this folder of things that I harvested, but most of my things I just pull straight from the magazine as I'm getting ready to glue book. And secondly, I don't mind mixing different images together. Like, I don't care about mixing food images with people images, animal images with floral images. So I mean, that doesn't matter to me. I'm more I guess in the realm of making it all match in terms of color than I am in terms of images. So if that makes sense at all. I like to have a main focal image, and I like to have a title. So outside of the color, the focal image, and the title, I really, am just doing it from just a random place. So you see me putting everything down on the page. And I'm creating my background, and so I'm using a piece of Daphne's Diary magazine down the right side of the page. And I tried to use this, is it a squash? I think it's some kind of squash, but I don't get around to using that, nor this bird that I'm fumbling around with. This girl, this image of this girl is going to be my focal image. I just decided to go around it and cut it just a little bit. I wanted to leave that orange border because, again, the main color on this page is going to be orange. Sorry if you hear my phone there. Everything happens when I'm doing a voiceover. So I am so sorry. So, like I said, the girl is going to be my focal image, but orange is the color that I decided to go with for this page. And the border that I cut from around her, I also decided to just use that as a part of the elements that I'm putting down as well. So in this case, you kind of see me gluing bits and pieces of that orange border that I got from around her back on the page. So I didn't have to search for another element that was going to kind of tie into that orange color. I was really pleased with the outcome of this page as well. And again, this is this little piece from around the girl, and I'm just, putting that down just to help with the background. So I'm going to go back to, I don't know if you guys saw it or if I brought it into frame yet, but there is a piece with like a cantaloupe and a radish, I believe. See, I'm still trying to use that squash, but it's not going to make it, nor is this bird going to make it. Spoiler alert. But I'm going to pull that cantaloupe piece. I have a cantaloupe and I believe a turnip or a beet. I am going to put those two, well, they're together, they're on one image, but I'm just going to cut around it and make it fit on the page. And I'm going to say again, if I haven't already, I really love the way this page turned out as well. So I brought in this like teal greenish color just to, create a little bit of contrast. And so even though I have that focal color, I still want just a little bit, not too much, just a little bit of contrast, just to make it a little bit more pleasing to my eyes. So this is that page that I was telling you guys about. It has a set of carrots there. I am going to eventually have to, just trim those down, but I'm going to use those and that beet and that cantaloupe that was also on the page. So I couldn't use it as one full image. I had to just cut it down into pieces. So the carrots being orange, the cantaloupe being orange, and even though the beet is purple, I still left it on and used it as well because it's going to fit into my title. So I would like to just take a moment here to say, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also hit the notification bell so that you can know when I upload new videos. My channel is a, I guess, eclectic mix of all kinds of different things. I don't do just one thing on this channel. This channel is what I created as just my creative outlet channel. So you're going to see all kinds of different things over here. For those who've been around a while, you already know that. But I entitled the channel Tam's Journals because most of the things that I do on this channel are journaling related. Whether I am doing journaling in my junk journal, journaling in my daily journal, journaling in my Hobonichi. I have all kinds of journals, things you guys haven't even seen. I have a poem journal, a dream journal, these glue book journals. I just have all kinds of journals. So I love working with paper. And so that's kind of like what you'll see over here. If you're hesitant to join and not really sure what I have going on over here, it's just like a combination of all different types of projects, most of which is dealing with paper and journals. So and I try to keep it random for the most part because that's just the way my brain works. But if you like one thing and not the other, that's perfectly okay. If you only like to watch my Hobonichi videos, or if you only like to watch these glue book videos, if you only like to watch me do some journaling in just a regular journal, or if you're here for all of it. I hope you're enjoying it. I plan to break in a couple of new videos of some things that you guys haven't seen me do on this channel yet. So maybe working in my dream journal or working in my poem journal, where I just basically either write poems that are in my head or find poems that I like in books and magazines and different things and gluing those down in a journal as well. So let me know your thoughts, but you'll probably see some of that stuff coming as well. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Down in the description box is all of my information. So you'll see my email address, my P.O. box, my Instagram account. What else is down there? My Etsy shop, as well as my other channel. I have a second channel here on YouTube. It's a Bible journaling channel where I journal in my Bible and talk about my faith. That is linked down below as well. So check it out. So I'm kind of showing you guys as I'm wrapping up this particular page, but I am going to put that orange piece down, and I'm going to put some blackberries down, and then I'm going to put my title down. Okay guys, sorry about that. But I wrapped up that page with the title, which was My Greenhouse. And so I just thought all of those elements that I used to incorporate the fruit, the vegetables, the flowers, and all that stuff kind of gives the impression of it being nature-like. And so I just went through those words that I was telling you guys about, and I just put down the title, My Greenhouse. And so I am getting ready to do my last and final page. And so the primary color for this page is going to be blue. And so I'm cutting out this beautiful bird. I do not know what species of bird it is, but it is beautiful. Just the feathers, it's, you know, that beautiful blue, and then you see hints of orange. And so apparently around the time that I cut out these images from a few magazines that I harvested, it was during the spring. And so I saw like a lot of birds, bright colors, pinks and blues, oranges and yellows. And so for this page, I'm going to hone in on the color blue. The image you see me putting down now is from a Daphne's Diary magazine. That is like some hanging stars, but the background is blue. And it's ironic that that image actually came from a Daphne's Diary winter magazine. I think if you look closely, you'll see like snowflakes falling in the background, but we're gonna imagine it's rain, since it rains a lot during the spring as things start to grow. But I'm putting that down the left side, creating my background. And so I have these bits and pieces also from a Daphne's Diary. This image that you see me putting down right now, kind of like a color swatch, that came from a Flow magazine. So I'm putting that down, and I was wrestling with to use which side of it, and I cut it in half from another piece, a longer piece, and I was trying to determine whether or not I was going to use that or this. But I eventually settled on this because it kind of reminded me of autumn, this color swatch did, but it matches the feathers on the bird too. So those blues and those warm tones, I thought it went perfect. So that's what I decided to use. And now to create the rest of my background, I'm just putting some more elements from a Daphne's Diary magazine. So it has like blue tones to it as well. And these little strips of paper also came from a Daphne's Diary magazine. I got those birds kind of hanging out there on the right hand side of the page, but I'm not going to use those. So it's kind of like some flying birds I was thinking about using, but they did not fit in to what I was trying to create for this page. So and just putting down bits and pieces, guys. That bird is going to be my focal image, so it's going to be the last thing I put down. So I'm just trying to figure out how to cover as much of that background as I can, so that when I place my focal image, that bird down, I won't have anything else that I'm trying to put on top of the bird. I want the bird to be the last thing that I put down, so that nothing else covers on top of it. And so like I said, I was only doing 3 pages for this process video on today. And so as I wrap up this third and final page, I am going to go back just to show you guys the other pages that I also did. But leave a comment down below and let me know which is your favorite, which page is your favorite, if you do glue booking, and would you think about giving it a try if you don't? No right or wrong, you know, thing. I mean, you can stick down whatever you want. Don't let people intimidate you by what they do and how it looks, and you try to recreate but can't something that you see somebody else do. Just do your own thing and make it look appeasing to you. So I ran out of blue, so I got an envelope that I have here, and I just cut out a blue square piece off of it, and I'm going to glue it down. And I think this is pretty much going to be it. I'm going to put the bird down and then my title, and that'll be it for this third and final page. So yep, there it goes. I love this bird. It is so beautiful to me. I don't know, it looks so vibrant and healthy, and even the beak, that bottom beak on that bird is blue. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful creation. And so my title for this page is going to be Revel in Spring. And so that's what I'm going to put just below that bird. And that's going to be pretty much it for this page, guys. Again, leave a comment down below if you like Revel in Spring, My Greenhouse, or the third one, which was, I'm sorry, the first one, which was, I forgot my first title. Hold on. That just shows you how short my mind is. Oh, Walk on the Wild Side. So if you like Walk on the Wild Side, My Greenhouse, or Revel in Spring, leave a comment down below. That's all for today, guys. I'm gonna let you watch the rest of the video with some background music without me talking, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Until then, y'all be safe. Bye.